Loki, Marvel's new god, changed reality forever. With Loki's new job as the god of stories, an entity above all realities, his work with the Time Variance Authority has concluded. However, this group is far from done with its mission. With the TVA restructured, its mission is more important than ever. But will we see a third season of Loki? What about Kang the Conqueror? In this video, we'll be talking about the future of the Loki series and the TVA. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. First, let's talk about Loki. His transformation from god of mischief to the god above all is without a doubt one of the most impressive transformations in the Marvel Universe. Ever since Loki dreamed of being the king of Asgard, he had struggled to find purpose. Now, as the god above all, he has found it. One theory floating around the internet is that the reason the Time Stone is green is because this version of Loki has actually transferred his energy into the past, present, and future of the Marvel shared universe. This idea is an interesting one and would give more depth to the Infinity Stones, as it would mean that these stones are linked to some characters, as it would be in this case with Loki. Others have speculated that the rest of the stones could be connected to other characters who eventually face Kang the Conqueror. We will talk about this theory later on in the channel, but what is clear is that this version of Loki is now the most powerful entity in this new multiverse, and that the effects are already being seen in the Marvel Universe. The conclusion of Loki's second season on the Marvel Cinematic Universe begs the question, will this be the perfect ending for Loki? After all, Loki is no ordinary Avenger. He has become something much more powerful, the god of stories, which makes him very different from the other heroes. If they include him in a team of Avengers, it might seem like they would win any battle easily, which could make the stories less exciting. On the other hand, this new role for Loki opens the door to many interesting stories. We could see how he handles difficult decisions and how his power affects the universe. There is also the possibility of alternate versions of other Avengers or cosmic beings, each controlling their own universe. If these characters were to come together, they could create a very exciting and epic story. While Loki's story seems to have come to a good end, there are ways to still include him in the MCU without ruining his character arc. One idea is that Thor visits Loki in his new role, and Loki warns him of some future danger. This meeting could be a nice balance, offering Loki a role in future stories, without needing to change his ending in Season 2. The Time Variance Administration, or TVA, has gone through a major change, and is now rebuilt, with a crucial new role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Previously, the TVA was in charge of controlling and maintaining a single timeline, preventing alternate timelines from being created. This was part of a plan to protect the universe from the different versions of Kang the Conqueror, a powerful villain who exists in several realities. Originally, the TVA was created by He Who Remains, a version of Kang who was winning a war against his other versions. He created a machine called the Loom to maintain a single timeline. The TVA became the main defense against any threat to this timeline, destroying alternate realities to prevent other versions of Kang from destroying the universe. Now things have changed. There are an infinite number of realities, and the TVA has a new mission: to recruit people from different realities to fight in a multiversal war against Kang the Conqueror. This war is not just for one timeline, but for all existing realities. Recent leaks suggest that Deadpool 3 could involve the TVA, recruiting Deadpool and Wolverine for this battle against Kang. This would explain why the TVA is choosing these characters, and not Loki. Loki, who once worked with the TVA, has now become a cosmic entity after the events of his series. His role is different. Instead of working directly with the TVA, he is now charged with protecting all realities. Thus, the TVA has evolved from simply being an organization that controls a timeline to becoming a key operations center in a war that spans the entire multiverse. Let's say they are the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but in this new phase, it is no longer Nick Fury recruiting Avengers. Now they are an organization recruiting the most powerful variants of the universes. A new concern has arisen regarding Miss Minutes, the artificial intelligence that has been an integral part of the TVA. Despite all the chaos that occurred, Miss Minutes seems to continue to function as if nothing has happened, leading some to wonder if it could be treacherous. The main concern is that Miss Minutes, who in the past seemed loyal to He Who Remains, might have her own desires and goals. One issue that has been discussed is her possible desire for revenge against He Who Remains. What makes this situation even more complicated is the possibility that Kang the Conqueror, a powerful and manipulative villain, may take advantage of Miss Minutes' desires. One of the theories is that Kang the Conqueror could offer Miss Minutes something that He Who Remains never gave her: a physical body. This would be a great temptation for an artificial intelligence that has existed without a physical form. If Miss Minutes accepts this offer, she could become an ally of Kang, betraying the TVA and its members. This potential alliance would be dangerous, as it would combine Miss Minutes' cunning and knowledge of the TVA and time with the power and influence of Kang the Conqueror. Miss Minutes' possible betrayal is an interesting theme, which we could explore in future films or series of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just as the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series continued to develop its own story within the MCU, we could see something similar with Sylvie and the TVA in the next phases. Sylvie, especially, seems to be positioned to take on the role of Loki in this new phase, a theory that has been the subject of speculation for some time. This new phase of the MCU is off to a strong start and generates great expectations. After the emotional impact of movies like Infinity War, fans expect it to maintain this level of quality and excitement. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Will Sylvie become Loki's replacement in this new phase? Are you pleased with this ending? What's your theory of what happened? And for more videos of the Marvel Multiverse, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You're on The Oasis Geek.